Well, good morning. It is a beautiful morning here at the cabin. We arrived yesterday afternoon and pretty much just kind of took it easy as we unpacked and figured out what we were going to do. We're going to be doing small jobs this time at the cabin, plus working on some long-term things and getting hopefully the last clips of 2 projects so that we can finish up those 2 videos and get them out to you. And I just want to update you on a couple of things. Last week when we were here, I don't know what was the matter with my head, but I left a loaf of my homemade seeded bread. It was sealed up in a large baggie, and I left it on the counter along with a couple of bananas. And I'll tell you, I worried all week long, and for good reason, because when we got here yesterday afternoon, we could tell that there had been at least 1 mouse up on the countertop, sadly. But we found only 3 droppings, and the bread had not been touched. The plastic was still intact, the plastic bag was still intact, but of course it went into the garbage along with the banana. Yesterday afternoon, Jim found one that had been trapped in one of the bathrooms, and so we got rid of that carcass. And then this morning, a little mouse, I mean the tiniest little thing, ran out from under the stove, the wood-burning stove in the living area. And we were able to stomp him and get him out to the garbage as well. So we're not completely mouse-proof yet, obviously, and so we have to do some more investigation. Then another very interesting thing that happened last week as we were traveling back to our house, we carry 5 gallons of gas in a gas can extra for our side-by-side, and it was strapped, we thought it was strapped tightly into the back of the trailer. But halfway along the dirt road, we did notice that the gas can was gone. And oh, we worried about that. We didn't want to start a fire. We didn't want to cause anyone any difficulty. And we were too far gone to turn around and try to, and the road is narrow. It's very difficult to turn around when you're having a trailer. But on the way back up the road yesterday, someone had found the gas can and had put it off to the side of the road up on a little mound of dirt. And when I picked it up, it was still full. Anyway, we were able to get our gas can back. The spout is broken, so the container itself is unusable, but there's no leakage, so we'll deal with that when we get home. So Dave and Sarah will be up tomorrow morning, and at the end of this video, I'm going to be sharing a lunch recipe with you that I'm going to be doing in a crock pot. Hawaiian chicken, and boy, is it ever delicious. And I'll give you the link for that recipe, and we'll make it together, and then we will enjoy lunch together, the 4 of us. So we're having some great family times up here. That's just really the big bonus of having this opportunity, is getting to be able to work really closely with Dave and Sarah. It's just been a blessing in our lives, and we just love it so much. So onward, and we'll share 2 or 3 of the tasks with you today as we go forward. So what are you doing?
I'm looking for plugs. We've got one over here. I'm going to be doing the upstairs. And then we also have one on the floor.
Oh, that's right.
Upstairs,
There is one
so I can
upstairs
go
on the floor.
ahead and put it through the rails going up or coming down, whatever. But I'll have to find out and see.
So you're going to vacuum the stairs then?
Yeah, I'm going to vacuum the stairs. Oh, I thought that was
Obvious.
obvious. I guess it's not obvious. I didn't make it as such.
So I like that idea because we don't want to we're going to be starting cleaning the upstairs. And we're going to take you on a quick tour of the upstairs in this video a little bit later. But I like the idea of getting the steps done first so that we don't track dirt from one floor to the other. I like that. Okay, well, we'll come back when you're operational. So there he is, stair by stair, getting all the dust off.
Hi!
So Jim and I just had brunch. We only have 2 meals anymore. We have kind of a brunch at around 11 o'clock and then dinner at about 6 o'clock. And that's really all the food we need in a day. One of the things about being up here at the cabin is we work so hard to clean it, then we want to maintain as we go. And so as you see, I've just fixed brunch. We've just finished it. And I have this griddle that is pretty messy. Hash browns, eggs, ham. And one of the things that I learned when I was searching for a way to clean the Viking, and I found a contact in Colorado, printed out their printout for how to clean a Viking. One of the things that it said was something that I had never heard about. Now, those of you that are pros in grilling and griddling, flat topping, then you probably already know this. I didn't know it. In all my 80 years, I'd never heard of it, but it works so wonderful. So I have right here a bottle of club soda. So I'm going to open it. And the griddle is still warm. And one more thing I want to show you. There is this drawer right here that you can pull out, and there's a catch tray for this hole. Now, I've lined it with foils to make it easier to clean, but it catches all the things that fall down from the burners and from the griddle. So I'm going to stuff this hole with this paper towel because I am not wanting the club soda to go down there at this point in time. But I'm going to pour some of this club soda over the griddle, and just notice how it just bubbles and bubbles all over the especially grody places.
Grody?
Grody.
I haven't heard that for
It's a highly scientific term.
highly scientific.
It is.
Oh,
And it's just almost like a charm. This is the dirtiest I've ever gotten it.
and that is because
That is because I cooked so many things. 3 different things.
so is the ham up there?
Yes, the ham was here. This is where the ham was, right here. This is where the eggs were. All right, so I'm going to get all of this stuff off. And I still have some egg stuff.
And that's his highly specialized scientific tool
It is.
to be able to get all the stuff off.
It's called a griddle scraper. And we're done. So now all I have to do is just clean up this mess. But the griddle itself is done. All the stuff is off. So I'm going to put the lid back on the club soda tightly. And I keep it right up here so it's handy. And then I'm going to wipe the griddle. Okay, it is done. And then next what I will do is I will oil the top. That's how we're keeping it. And then I'll just clean this stuff up, and that won't be a difficulty at all because I'll let a lot of it go down through here. Some of it's already dropped down here. And then we'll be done. So thought you might like to see that little trick. So here is the stairway that Jim vacuumed yesterday. And we're now upstairs. And this is the first room that you come into. It's a little sitting area. There's a television that hasn't worked for years. And there's a lot of mouse droppings up here, a lot of dirt. And then over here on the other side of the stairway is a little corner with a table and lamp and chairs. And then Here is a long table with hinged leaves, 2 leaves, 1 on each side. So here is the table. There are 4 chairs there right now. And then here's a hallway, dark hallway. There's some couple bedrooms down there and a bathroom. And the same down that direction, couple bedrooms and a bathroom, including the dreaded bedroom. And we'll show you that in just a second. But Jim has been up here working. So, Jim, what have you been doing?
I haven't been doing anything.
Oh, yes, you have.
No, I haven't. I just fake it. I cleaned this couch.
Cleaned, meaning?
Vacuumed it up, patted it, made sure it was okay, sat on it.
Did you check for mice damage?
I did. I checked for mice damage. I saw none.
That's wonderful.
And with that, I ended up taking these cushions, put them over there on the stove, on the wood-burning stove, and completely vacuumed out the underneath side.
Oh, nice.
Down here.
No mouse droppings there?
Yes, there were.
Okay. This looks like it is a...
It is a broyhill, which isn't too bad.
It looks like it might be a... No, it isn't.
Didn't seem to be that way.
No. I thought maybe it was a fold-out bed.
Yeah. So I got all of the couch done in the back, on the sides, on the bottom, and then took each of the cushions, cleaned them off, vacuumed them, and put them back on.
Okay, that's great. And so just a few pieces to go. And then I will bring up my shampooer, my upholstery shampooer, and start the shampooing process. But I'm not going to do that until we actually get the room clean. The floor is horrible.
Oh.
There's a lot of dust, just like everywhere else when we first got here. And we have a lot to do upstairs. So I'm going to take you back to the horrible bedroom. And you'll see why it is horrible. We don't go in here without a mask. But I'm just going to peek in. And so why they put these 2 beds, one is a queen bed, and you see right there the hole in the mattress. We know what that means, so that mattress will be thrown away. We have not checked the other mattresses yet. We're really not going to come in here without masks. There's so much mouse evidence in here. And so, I don't know. This is a dreaded clean for us. But the other bedrooms are very nice. Beauty rest mattresses. Interesting stuff stacked all around. But we've gotten the bedding out of the closets already, so that part is done. Most of the bedrooms aren't too bad, except for the dreaded bedroom. So that pretty much is a tour of the upstairs. Here's a linen closet here, and here is a clothes closet here.
No, is that a clothes closet, or is it?
Yeah, it's a clothes
you're
closet.
Right. I thought it was the
Couple of furnaces on the other side. So,
and there's a bathroom someplace.
yeah, there's a bathroom at each end. So that's about it for the upstairs. Well, I'm preparing lunch, but I realized that I already did several steps without the video going, so I'm going to go through what I've already done. Plus, I will be giving you the link to this recipe, so you'll have the whole thing. First of all, I took 6 chicken thighs with skin on and bone in, and I browned them on both sides. While they were browning, I put in the crock pot a couple of cups of pineapple chunks and a diced onion, and then some sauce. And the sauce consisted of honey, soy sauce, brown sugar, grated ginger, and some minced cloves. So then once that was in the bottom, I moved the chicken over to the top of that, and here it is. It's just barely starting. So we still have quite a ways to go on this, and probably about a couple of hours at least. And I've started it on low. I'll be putting it up on high in about 15 minutes, and then it will be done about 1 o'clock in time for our lunch. and then I'm going to be serving it with some rice. So I'll bring you back as we do the next steps. I still have to add a few more ingredients before it's all the way done. Well, here we are, and you will notice immediately we are no longer at the cabin. When the appointed time came for their arrival and they were not there, I'm talking about Dave and Sarah, we hopped in Max and went to the top of the hill where we have some connectivity and checked in with them, and things have come up and they were not going to be able to make it. So we just packed up and came home, and boy, are we exhausted. So we probably I'm going to finish the meal right here because we still have to eat, and this will be a great supper for us. So here it is so far. And it did fine coming home in the car. And the chicken looks great. You can see some of the onions and the pineapple. And now I'm going to add a slurry of cornstarch, which is going to thicken things up a little bit.
A slurry of cornstarch?
That's what it's called.
Is that what it's called?
That's what it's called, is a slurry
I didn't know
of
that.
cornstarch. See, you learn new things all the
I
time
guess
from
so.
these videos.
Yes.
And then the last thing is a red bell pepper cut into about 1-inch pieces. And we're going to let this cook for another 30 minutes. And while this is cooking, we are going to make the rice. And then we'll just serve this over rice when it's done, and we'll be back when it is done. So see you then. So here it is all dished up. You can look in here and see what it looks like. The sauce is just a little bit thin. I think I would double the cornstarch, or not quite let as much. I drained the pineapple, but it was still drippy, so that's what may have caused this. So I'm going to just do a quick little taste with the pepper and onion. And a piece of pineapple. Piece of the chicken. Tender, delicious. This would have been so easy to finish off at the cabin. I'm a little disappointed because I would have used our rice from our pantry up there, and that would be the first use of our pantry food. So, but this is just fine. This will be a great supper for Jim and me. And we'll do this again at the cabin sometime when Dave and Sarah will be there for sure. So I will put the link to the recipe, and I followed the recipe pretty exact, but I would increase the amount of cornstarch to thicken the sauce just a little bit more. So thank you for being with us on our trip up to the cabin. We actually got a lot done. I worked on the leather, and that video will be forthcoming probably in a couple of more weeks, and did some other things that we showed in this video. So we had a great time. We sat on the front porch last night as it was getting dark, and we were out there for about an hour just holding hands and talking, and we haven't done that for ages. So it was a wonderful, relaxing, and a very productive small job task visit as well. So thank you so much for coming along with us on our adventures at the cabin, and we will see you for more to come.